like and subscribe to our channel.
Book Sprachner.
How to determine a person's gender identity. Determining a person's gender identity should not be a matter of external assessment or physical examination, but should rather be determined by the person's internal sense of self that is defined by the individual themselves. Determining gender identity should be based on an individual's internal understanding and personal experience of their own gender, which will or will not correspond to the sex they were assigned at birth. As such, it's important to approach this topic with sensitivity and respect for each person's self-identification and lived experience. Here are key points to consider. Self-identification. The way to determine a person's gender identity is primarily through their self-identification. This means listening to and respecting how individuals describe and understand their own gender. People express their gender identity through their chosen names, pronouns, and possibly through their gender expression, although it's crucial to note that gender expression, how a person outwardly expresses their gender, does not always align with or indicate their gender identity. Communication and respect. If you're unsure about someone's gender identity, the respectful approach is to ask them about how they identify, provided it's done in an appropriate and sensitive context. It's important to ask privately and not put someone on the spot in a way that could make them feel uncomfortable or unsafe. Avoid assumptions. Making assumptions about someone's gender based on their appearance, name, or voice can lead to unintentional misgendering, that is, referring to someone using words, especially pronouns or forms of address, that do not reflect the gender with which they identify. Misgendering, even if unintentional, can be hurtful and inadvertently invalidate a person's identity. Using desired pronouns and names. Using the name and pronouns that someone has shared with you is a way of respecting their identity. For many, this is an important part of social interaction and recognition of an individual's self-defined identity. Understanding fluidity and change. It's also important to recognize that a person's understanding of their own gender may evolve over time. Being open to this and continuing to respect their self-identification is part of recognizing the complexity and diversity of human identity. Legal and societal recognition. It's important to acknowledge that legal and societal recognition of a person's gender identity varies by location and is subject to laws, cultural norms, and societal attitudes. Advocacy for the rights and recognition of diverse gender identities is ongoing in many parts of the world. Privacy and sensitivity. Discussions about gender identity should be approached with sensitivity to privacy. An individual's gender identity is personal information, and not everyone may be comfortable discussing it, especially in environments where they do not feel safe or respected. In summary, respecting self-identification, using desired pronouns and names, and approaching conversations about gender with sensitivity and openness are important to understanding and respecting each individual's identity.
Book Sprachner.